Many people say Ram is Bhagwan. Yes, Ram is Bhagwan for us. Valmiki came from the earth. Sita also came from the earth. So Sita becomes sister of Valmiki. So instead of naming it as Ramayan, he named it as Sita as Charitam Mahat. Every single bird, elephant, tiger, character in Ramayana, everything is directly connected to Rama. What is the purpose of Rama? To protect the human beings and make them walk in the path of Rama. Ramo Rajyam Upasitva. He is not king of Ayodhya, he is the servant of Ayodhya. Usually Vishnu is seen with 4 things: Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. Padma talks about creation. Chakra talks about Sthiti. Gada is Laya. Shankha is Gnana.
नमस्कार, द कर्मा में आप सभी का बहुत बहुत स्वागत है। आज हमारे साथ एक विशेष अतिथि आए हैं और इनको शायद आप लोगों ने YouTube पे भी देखा होगा। ये वाल्मीकि रामायण के बहुत बड़े स्कॉलर भी हैं और इन्होंने वाल्मीकि रामायण का इतना गहरा अध्ययन किया कि उन्होंने एक पुस्तक भी लिखी है वाल्मीकि रामायण के आधार पे ही। पर उसके बारे में बताने से पहले मैं आप लोगों को इनका परिचय करा देता हूँ। तो हमारे साथ हैं श्रीराम चक्रधर जी। प्रणाम श्रीराम जी। जय श्री राम।
जय श्री राम।
श्रीराम चक्रधर जी बिट्स पिलानी से उन्होंने पढ़ाई की, इंजीनियरिंग की और इसके बाद उन्होंने ऑरेकल जैसी मल्टीनेशनल कंपनी में भी काम किया। फिर उन्होंने अपना सारा जीवन वाल्मीकि रामायण के अध्ययन और वाल्मीकि रामायण को पढ़ाने के लिए, लोगों को सिखाने के लिए, उसके मूल्यों को सिखाने के लिए, उसके वैल्यूज़ को बताने के लिए उन्होंने अपना जीवन समर्पित किया। और उन्होंने एक बहुत ही बेस्ट सेलर बुक लिखी है जो नेशनल बेस्ट सेलर रही है। उस बुक को सबसे पहले मैं आपको दिखाता हूँ। इस बुक का नाम है तवास्मी। तवास्मी ये बुक जो है ये बच्चों के लिए भी है, टीचर्स के लिए भी है और हर एक पेरेंट्स को पढ़नी चाहिए। ये बुक बेस्ट सेलर रही है और इसमें वाल्मीकि रामायण से जुड़ी बहुत सारी शिक्षाओं के बारे में बताया गया है और बच्चों को कैसे आप संस्कारी बच्चे बना सकते हैं आज के मॉडर्न लाइफ में भगवान श्री राम से प्रेरणा लेकर के, वो भी बताया गया है। तो अभी हम उन श्री राम जी से वाल्मीकि रामायण से जुड़े बहुत सारे ऐसे विषयों पर बात करेंगे, लेकिन सबसे पहले हम श्री राम जी से बात करेंगे उनके बुक के बारे में कि उन्होंने ये बुक क्यों लिखी, इसके पीछे क्या प्रेरणा थी और क्या इसका उद्देश्य था, वो फ्यूचर में लोगों को, समाज को कैसा बनाना चाहते हैं। श्री राम जी कुछ बताइए आप अपने बुक के बारे में। ये बुक लिखने की प्रेरणा कैसे मिली, इंस्पिरेशन कैसे मिली?
या काश्यपान्वय संजातं नारायण पदाश्रितं श्रीमन्नारायणं वन्दे यतीश्वर श्रियाजुषम्। ओम अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। Thank you for inviting me to your channel and thank you viewers. So the name of this book is Thavaasmi. So what do you mean by Thavaasmi? Thavaasmi. Thavaasmi. I belong to you. It is part of Valmiki Ramayana. When Vibhishana comes to surrender to Rama during the war time, Sugriva says no, it's not the correct time. Then Rama says, Sakrideva Prapannaya, even if somebody comes to me and says, Rama, I belong to you, not with complete faith, but at least Mitra Bhavena Sampraptam, not as a friend, at least with a friendly disposition, even by acting as a friend. If somebody comes to me and tells me that Tava Asmi, I belong to you, I will protect him in all possible ways. That is my vratam. See, I will take care of him. This is an assurance. What is the difference between an assurance and vratam? Vratam, you do it with nishtha. So morning 5 o'clock you have to wake up. Itna, you have to do so many japams, and then you have to do this kind of food. You have to eat this much only. You have to sleep on the floor. So you follow a lot of principles. So if somebody says Thavaasmi to Rama, he will take, he will consider you as his obligation or his, his oath, and then try to protect you in all possible ways. This is the assurance that Rama has given to you. This verse in Ramayana, this sloka in Ramayana, Sakrideva Prapannaya, is called Charama Sloka. Charama Sloka means the ultimate sloka of Ramayana. Why? Because it gives you the very purpose of Rama. What is the purpose of Rama? To protect the human beings and make them walk in the path of Rama. Dharma samsthapanarthaya, right? So from that we got motivated and we kept the name as Thavaasmi. But why did we name it like that? When I was working You get good amount of salaries, but when you taste that money, you will feel there is even more craving. इतना पैसा तो हो गया, लेकिन और कुछ चाहिए हमको. So how will you how will you do that? So in that pursuit, I have started meeting lot of people. Then I met my Acharya Chinnajiyar Swamiji. He has told me there is good in the society. There are people who are seeking good. So we have to act as Sandhana Kartas, the bridge between those. That is the requirement of the society. You need not invent good. You need not motivate people to do. There are already people like this. Now act as a bridge. So then we started researching. Then we found out lot of problems in the society. You call terrorism, you call poverty, you call anything. There are lot of solutions that are being taken by the government at a community level, at every place. But these are all cosmetic solutions or symptomatic treatments. I am getting headache. Doctor is giving a tablet. Is the doctor treating the symptom or the root cause? He is treating the symptom. So most of our solutions are addressing symptoms. So then what is the root cause? The mindset of individual. So for everything in this world, the root is a human being, a man. If he is right, everything else will be right. If he is creating problems, everything is going to be exploited. So how do we make that person's consciousness more reasonable, appropriate and relevant for the current context? When we started doing this, we came across Valmiki Ramayana. Why? The purpose of Rama is to live like a human being. Many people say Ram is Bhagwan. Yes, Ram is Bhagwan for us. The beauty of it is Krishna is Swayam Bhagwan. He is born as the Bhagwan and he lived as a Bhagwan. But Rama, before birth and after birth, he is Bhagwan. During birth also, we consider him as Bhagwan because he has lived like a 100% human being. If a man lives his life like a human being 100%, then we consider him as God. Why do we keep the photos of Bhagat Singh, Netaji? Why do we keep their photos? Because they have lived a selfless life. Similarly, Rama has lived 100% selfless and human life. So he is a model for us. So now we wanted to produce those individuals who are very healthy in their physical dimension, psychological dimension, emotional dimension and spiritual dimension also. If these people's consciousness in these dimensions are not addressed properly, we will always produce an unhealthy individual. If if a person is unhealthy, then you have to put some effort. So isliye that consciousness of being a human, all of us are men or women now, but when you inject the principles of Ramayana, you become human. So our effort is that, and that is why we have come up with Thavaasmi. The beauty of this book is, this is the first of its kind of book in the entire world, which is in the form of a textbook. Lot of scriptures are there across the world for different religions, but none of the religions or none of the scriptures have a textbook for them. Why textbook? Because if you want to teach the current generation, the first question they will ask you is, what is the benefit that I will get if I read this book? So अगर मैंने एक story book लिखा है तो will everybody read it? Very less chances. So we wanted this to be part of education system. That's why we have got it in the form of textbooks, ready to use textbooks. किसी ने, if a parent, if a child, if an educational institution, an apartment complex, anybody can take this book and just start executing it as a textbook. Very easily written. Language is very, very simple because fortunately we don't know great English. So that's why book has become very, very simple in language. And third thing is, we have introduced something called pedagogical models. Pedagogical models means after everyday discussion, कुछ practice sheets होना है. Otherwise that internalization of concepts will not happen. Story सुना दो भूल जाओ, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए ना. So we have to make sure it gets internalized for whomever reads this. So we have got something called as introspection mirrors. Okay, Ravana is there. Let Ravana become a mirror for you. Now you look into the mirror of Ravana. What are the common things between you and Ravana? Try to take them. And what you can improve, what cannot be improved, how you take it forward. Take Sugriva. See, Ramayana is not just the story of Rama. There are many characters who are inspirational characters. Like Jatayu is there, Lakshmana is there, Bharata is there, Vibhishana is there, Indrajit is there, Kumbhakarna is there, Tara is there, Mandodari is there, Jatayu is there, Sampati is there. So many people are there. Angada is there. So many inspirational characters are there. So every character is made as a mirror. Now you are looking into the mirror. What is common between you and them? So like that we have made multiple pedagogical structures where students can practice and internalize Ramayana. And on top of it, wherever there is a value system, for example, story of the brothers of Ayodhya is there, brothers of Lanka, brothers of Kishkinda. You find conflicts. You can talk about conflict resolution. How can you resolve conflicts? Now you see the case of Angada, situational leadership. You see Hanuman, how to become successful in your attempts, how to be determined in whatever you want to do. Lakshmana you take, how to be a loyal servant. So there are a lot of principles we can take. For example, you take Rama. Rama is called Maryada Purushottama. Why is Maryada Purushottama? Maryada means boundary, a scale. If you want to draw a straight line, you take a scale and draw a straight line, correct? Now if you want to draw the image of a human, how will you write? How will you draw it? You need a scale to draw it, right? That scale is Rama. That is why it's called Maryada Purushottama. With whom, how, when, how much you have to behave. What are the limits of your relationship? What are the limits of your words? What are the limits of your behavior? Everything is contextually displayed by Rama in the most appropriate way. That is why he is called, he's displayed the principle of Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Atidhi Devo Bhava. He has given us the principles of time management. He has given us the principles of leadership. He has given us the principles of how to be a loyal husband, how to be a loyal king, how to be a loyal servant. Ramo Rajyam Upasitva. He is not king of Ayodhya. He is the servant of Ayodhya. What is said in Ramayana, the first chapter of Ramayana itself, it is said that Ramo Rajyam Upasitva Brahma Lokam Prayasyati. Ramo Rajyam Upasitva means Upasana. Who will we do Upasana to? If I am the king and my kingdom is there, I will rule the kingdom. Correct? A king is supposed to rule the kingdom. But Rama did not rule the kingdom. Ramo Rajyam Upasitva. He has done Upasana. Where is Upasana relevant for us? When there is Devata, when there is a devotee, the devotee will sacrifice Dhana, Mana, Pran, everything for the sake of Devata. This is called Upasana. This is what Rama has done to Ayodhya. This is democracy, the true democratic rulership. So he has, whatever he has done, it is in the best interest of the kingdom. He has sacrificed all his personal life, irrespective of whether it is his wife, children, brothers, his own life. He has done everything in the best interest of the country. A true patriot we can see in Ramayana. Now we are calling nationalism. Now we are calling patriotism. All this is present in Ramayana. So these value systems we have incorporated in this book and we have got it out. And fortunately, with all your blessings, this was launched by the then Vice President of India, Mr. Venkaiah Naidu Garu, and we always thank him for his kind and magnanimous gesture for it.
तो श्रीराम जी, जो तवास्मी बुक है इसको स्कूल्स में के करिकुलम में लाने के लिए आपने कोई एफर्ट किया है क्या इसको लेकर के?
Yeah, we have written to few committees of Rajya Sabha and few ministers also. We have sent a letter to the Education Ministry also. And apart from that, we are trying with our own sources in the schools that we come across. In Hyderabad, currently two schools have supported us, and we are training the teachers to take it forward as part of their, one of the elective periods. So that way, some schools are supporting us, and we really wanted to get the help of the government of India also, and we wanted them to review this book and definitely check if this is going to be a valuable source for the curriculum in whether it is CBSE or NCERT or NIOS, whichever way it is. So we are making efforts, but definitely we need some support.
आपने एक और बुक लिखी है ये मनस्वी, इसके बारे में कुछ बताइए हमें कि ये मनस्वी क्या है। तवास्मी लिखने के बाद मनस्वी लिखने का आइडिया क्या था, ये कैसे डिफरेंट है तवास्मी से?
See, the model is same, conversation format. Thavaasmi is a conversation between dad and daughter. Manasvi is a conversation between mother and daughter. And third book was there, Thapasvi. It is a conversation between a teacher and a student. And all of them have mind maps, the introspection mirrors, all the pedagogical structures. Thavaasmi is entire Ramayana. And what are the 16 qualities of Rama? How can you implement it in your life? We say it is 5W1H format. What, why, when, how, who and where. So what is this quality? Why is it important for us? When did Rama display this quality? Who else displayed this quality? Where are the challenges for us to implement it? How can we overcome them? In this, all the 16 qualities of Rama analyzed in Thavaasmi. When it comes to Manasvi, we have restricted our focus only to Sundarakanda, the journey of Hanuman. He'll go find the Sita, come back and inform Rama. This is Sundarakanda. In this Sundarakanda, what are the leadership lessons that we have? Whether it is how to be successful, how can you do strategy, how can you counter your enemies, how can you do SWOT analysis, strength, weaknesses, opportunities, threats, how can you, be a leader, how can you assess a personality. All these things are very much analyzed in Manasvi. So after writing Thavaasmi, we felt we have done injustice to Sundarakanda because there is lot in Sundarakanda. Of course, there is lot in Ramayana. We are coming up with multiple books, but Sundarakanda definitely needs much more attention. So that's why we have exclusively got a book named Manasvi, dedicated for Sundarakanda. It is like for leadership.
तो श्रीरामा जी, आपने वाल्मीकि रामायण पे अपना पूरा लाइफ डेडिकेट किया है लोगों को वाल्मीकि रामायण के बारे में बताने के लिए। इसे इतिहास भी कहते हैं, इसे धर्म ग्रंथ भी कहते हैं, और ये त्रेता युग की कहानी बताती है, त्रेता युग के धर्म के बारे में हमें जानकारी देती है। इन्हें ऐसा कहा जाता है कि धर्म जो है हर एक युग का अलग अलग होता है। जैसे वाल्मीकि रामायण में जो इस धर्म की इस बात की गई है, क्या वो महाभारत में बताई गई धर्म से अलग है, और क्या आज कलयुग में धर्म की परिभाषा या डेफिनेशन जो है अलग हो जाती है, उसके रूल रेगुलेशन अलग हो जाते हैं? मेरे को थोड़ा सा हमें हमारे दर्शकों को बताने की कोशिश करिए।
You have used a right word. Ramayana is itihasa. Unfortunately, lot of people who are writing books on our scriptures, they are writing mythology. Mythology is a very bad word. You are telling that, can you say that I am writing a mythology on my father? Can we write a mythology on my grandfather? When you write stories about your parents or grandparents, you say it is history. And when you talk about the ideal, the stalwarts of our cultural ideology, cultural identity like Rama and Krishna, and you call it mythology, what a shame on us. These are not mythologies. Mythologies are the words which are there for the illusions, delusions that the invaders have created. Their histories are mythologies, not ours. Ours is a history, itihasa. It happened like this. So thank you for using that word. Yeah. And coming to the point, is dharma different? See, there are two components of dharma, what and how. What means what is the dharma? How means how is it implemented or how is it achieved? Whether you talk about Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga or Krita Yuga, the what aspect remains the same. वो क्या है, this will not change.
Okay.
Dharma is same. How you achieve it is differing. For example, let us take an example of Matrudevo Bhava. This is a Dharma Sutra. Mother is equal to God. In Krita Yuga, people did lot of great things to achieve this, like serving the mother, following all sorts of things. When it came to Treta Yuga, slightly diluted. Instead of calling it diluted, liberal. It's more liberal. When it came to Dwapara Yuga, even more liberal. In Kali Yuga, if you see, if I ask people to stay with the mother and take care of her always, all through her life, people will start laughing at me because they have to go to hostels, they have to go to US, they have to go earn so much of money. If possible, they have to go to Mars. Otherwise, they will have to go to moon also to earn money. Yes or no? So now the context has changed. They are expressing love on their mother in different ways. So the what aspect, dharma kya hai, that is not changing. How of it is contextual according to. To give you another example which is more relevant for us, let us take bhakti. To see God, to know God. You know, in Krita Yuga, lot of penance was done, tapas. Right? When it came to Treta Yuga, yagyas, yagas were performed. When it came to Dwapara Yuga, puja, archana was done. Tirthayatra was done. But in Kali Yuga, we are not capable of doing all these things all time. That is why there is a slokam in Bhagavatam which says, Harer Nama, Harer Nama, Harer Namaiva Kevalam Kalau Nastyaiva, Nastyaiva, Nastyaiva Gatiranyata. So you do Nama Japam. So what is the intent of this bhakti is one part of dharma. So how are you achieving it is changing according to the context. So I look at it like that.
ओके अब हम लोग वाल्मीकि रामायण पे बात करते हैं कि वाल्मीकि रामायण में यूजुअली हमने जो देखा, जो थोड़ा बहुत हम लोग को जानकारी हमारे पास है, उसमें हमने ये देखा कि भगवान राम ने हर कुछ किया, लेकिन वाल्मीकि रामायण को पढ़ने वाले ये बताते हैं कि ये सभी जो एक प्लान था, ब्रह्मा ने प्लान किया, ऋषि जो है उन्होंने हेल्प किया राम को, एंड राम ने उसको जस्ट एग्जीक्यूट कर दिया. तो क्या ये ऐसा है कि ये एक पहले से ग्रैंड प्लान था, राम ने जो जस्ट एग्जीक्यूट किया? कुछ लोग ऐसा कहते हैं, आप क्या कहते हैं?
See, I will tell you what actually happened in Valmiki Ramayana and then we will discuss whether it is a plan or coincidence. See, when Dasharatha was performed, definitely because of Brahma's boons, Ravana became very powerful and he started torturing the entire universe, not just Earth, the entire universe. He used to go to Yamaloka, he used to go to Indraloka, he used to go everywhere and he used to torture everybody. Now, there was an occasion where Dasharatha was conducting this Putra Kameshti. So, whenever you do a yajna, the devatas will come to take their part. So, all the devatas assembled in the skies when the Putra Kameshti was being performed. When people gather, they will talk about the common problems. See, when we meet now, we talk about politics, we talk about the traffic in Delhi, we talk about the traffic in Hyderabad. So, the common issues. So, then the common issue was Ravana. So, they started discussing about Ravana. Indra was saying he is torturing me like this, Agni was saying he is torturing me like this, Surya is saying he is not allowing me to come up only properly, then Vayu was saying he is not allowing me to flow properly. Everybody were expressing that. At that moment Brahma came. Then everybody started questioning Brahma. It is all because of you. You gave these kind of things. What is the solution now? Then Brahma said, I have given boons to him. That's right. But he did not ask immunity from humans and monkeys, vanaras. Okay? So, if somebody can take the form of Nara and Vanara, it will be easy for us. This is the clue that Brahma gave. Then everybody started thinking. Usually, devatas don't stand on the earth. They will stand a feet above the earth because they don't like to touch the earth because it is considered earth is papa bhuishtam.
Okay.
Okay. Some people say it. We don't know. I don't know. I heard it. Okay. It might be right, it might be wrong. Before these devatas have taken some initiation, like I will go and do it, there came Vishnu. There is a very good sloka in Valmiki Ramayana, I think in the 15th chapter of Balakanda, which says, Ye tasmin antare Vishnuhu upayataha mahadyuti Senkachakra gadapanihi Ye tasmin antare. he came immediately. Why are we talking about the word etasmin antar immediately? Immediately is used here because before anybody could take the initiative, he came forward. Brahma did not ask him.
Okay.
Devatas did not ask him to come forward. Because he knows he can play the role of humans perfectly. The science of humans is perfectly known to Vishnu. So he came forward, okay, I will play that role. And he did not come because he is talented or he is extremely powerful. You know, he came with Shankha, Chakra, Gada. Usually Vishnu is seen with 4 things: Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. Padma talks about creation. Chakra talks about Sthiti. Padma means Srushti. Chakra means Sthiti. Gada is Laya. Shankha means Gnana. Okay. The Vishnu form that came on that particular day did not carry the Padma. It means there is no need of creating something new. All that is required is to maintain and to destroy. That's why he came with those weapons only, not with Padmam. Number 1. Number 2, he is the father of the entire universe. Pitavasaha Jagatpatihi. The adjective used for Vishnu is Jagatpatihi. Jagat means this entire universe, Andapinda, Brahmandas, everything is considered Jagat. Patihi means he is the Swami, he is the owner of it. Because he is the owner of it, it is his responsibility to solve the problem. And you know, a mother, when she cooks for the child, she feels very happy. Correct?
Yes.
The happiness of the mother doesn't lie in making the child cook, but the happiness of the mother lies in cooking for the child and feeding the child. When the child eats that food properly, she becomes extremely happy. So Vishnu became Mahadyutihi because he has started working towards the cause of his children. That's why Vishnu, by nature he is Dyutihi. He became Mahadyutihi because he took the initiative. So who took the initiative? Vishnu took the initiative. It was not planned or asked by somebody. Once Vishnu stepped forward, then Devatas and Brahma have asked him, can you please take the avatar of human and get us rid of this problem. Even then Vishnu promised one thing. I will just read out one sloka from Valmiki Ramayana. I think, when Vishnu asked, Brahma and Devatas asked Vishnu to help them out from the clutches of Ravana. Vishnu said, Bhayam tyajata badram vo hitardam yudiravanam saputra pautram sa amatyam samitra gnati bandhavam hatva kruram duradarsam devarshinam bhayavaham dasavarsha sahasrani dasavarsha setani cha vatsyami manushe loke palayan prithivim imam.
Puri planning.
He made 2 promises. Devatas asked, you take the birth of a man and help us. But Vishnu has made 2 promises. What are those? One, they have asked to eliminate Ravana. But Vishnu is saying, saputra pautram sa amatyam mitra gnati bandhavam. I will eliminate Ravana right from roots. Not just Ravana. Anybody who is there who is supporter of Ravana, I will eliminate them also. So don't worry. That is first promise. Second promise, dasavarsha sahasrani dasavarsha setani cha vatsyami manushe loke. He said that I will live on this earth for so many years as a human and rule this kingdom. Prithivim palayan mimam. Devatas did not ask for it. But why Rama did this? The very purpose of Rama's incarnation is not just killing Ravana. It is to establish humanity. Because you need a scale, you need a role model, right? I want to become an athlete, I need a role model. I want to become a scientist, I need a role model. I want to become a human, where is the role model? So now Vishnu came to give us the role model. So it is not divine plan, it is the choice of Vishnu to protect the universe from the clutches of Rama, and also give us a role model for being a human. That resulted in the avatara of Rama, the incarnation of Rama, or the form which we call as Maryada Purushottama came into existence.
तो भगवान विष्णु के राम के रूप में आने का भगवान विष्णु के अलग रीज़न थे, एक्सप्लेनेशंस थे, बट वाल्मीकि ने जब इसे लिखा तो वाल्मीकि ने इसके जो दो उद्देश्य बताए थे कि वाल्मीकि रामायण उन्होंने क्यों लिखा। उन्होंने लिखा कि पौलस्य वध और सीताया
चरितम
महत्तम। तो रामायण लिखने का उद्देश्य वाल्मीकि का अलग था, पर राम के आने का उद्देश्य बिल्कुल अलग था।
दोनों सेम है ना,
दोनों सेम।
Paulasya Vadam is common here and there.
Common here.
Correct. This is also written by Valmiki only. Valmiki Ramayana only. Sitaya's Charitam Mahat. See, Valmiki is very, selfish in this aspect. On a humorous note. Why? Because Valmiki came from the earth. Sita also came from the earth. So Sita becomes sister of Valmiki. So instead of naming it as Ramayana, he named it as Sitaya's Charitam Mahat. It is the story of Rama. It is the story of Sita. Why is it the great story of Sita? Because when Rama has lived as a role model for men, Sita lived as a role model for female, the women, right? Both of them together taught us humanity. When we say Ramayanam, it doesn't mean it is just the story of Rama. Rama Ayanam, Rama's life, okay? Ayanam means Uttarayanam, Dakshinayanam. We say the movement of the sun is
travel.
Yatra. So yatra.
Yes, Ram ki yatra.
Ram ki yatra. When we say Rama, it becomes Sita. Okay. Rama means that which belongs to Rama. What belongs to Rama? Sita. So Sitaya's Charitam is also Ramayanam. And who belongs to Rama in Ramayana? Every single bird, elephant, tiger, character in Ramayana, everything is directly connected to Rama. It is the story of everybody in Ramayana. It is not just the story of Rama and Sita. It is the story of Sugriva also. It is the story of Angada also. It is the story of Jambavan also. It is the story of Trijata also. It is the story of Guha also. It is the story of Sabari also. So it is the story of everybody that belongs to Rama. So the Valmiki, whatever he has said and whatever Vishnu has said, both are perfectly in sync.
आजकल बहुत सारे लोग जो है ना सीता माता के त्याग को लेकर के बहुत डिफेंसिव भी हो जाते हैं कि श्री राम ने जो सीता जी को छोड़ दिया, और इसलिए इसको बहुत लोग ऐसा देखते हैं कि कुछ लोग कहते हैं ये सच है, श्री राम जी को ब्लेम करते हैं। कुछ लोग कहते हैं कि ये स्टोरी है ही नहीं, उत्तरकांड जो है वो प्रक्षिप्त है, उत्तरकांड को बाद में जोड़ दिया किसी ने। तो ये दोनों चीज़ों में आपके लिए क्या, उत्तरकांड को आप सत्य मानते हैं, या क्योंकि भवभूति ने, कालिदास ने, सभी ने स्टोरीज़ उत्तरकांड की उठाई है, लेकिन आजकल के बहुत सारे लोग ये कहते रहते हैं कि नहीं उत्तरकांड तो बाद में जोड़ा गया था। क्या भवभूति और कालिदास इतने कम ज्ञानी थे कि उन्हें नहीं पता चला कि उत्तरकांड जो है वो बाद में जोड़ा गया है? आपको क्या लगता है, उत्तरकांड बाद में जोड़ा गया है या उत्तरकांड वाल्मीकि रामायण का पार्ट है?
Okay. So there are two things in which you have asked. One, is Uttarakanda Prakshipta or not? Second, what will I consider? Okay.
Yes.
So let's talk about this. It is not just Uttarakanda. If you take Aditya Hridayam, which is part of Yuddha Kanda, where Agastya Maharshi comes and gives the divine Aditya Hridayam to Rama when he was in the battle with Ravana, people say that is also Prakshiptam. Why will Rama, who is Swayam Bhagavan, requires Aditya Hridayam? This is a Prakshipta. There is something called Brahmadideva Srirama Stuti, Sarga in Yuddha Kanda, after the killing of Ravana. That is also, people say it is Prakshiptam. Many people say a lot of slokas in Rama Pattabhisheka Sarga are also Prakshiptam. See, the problem is whether I consider it is Prakshiptam or not, or whether the scholars consider it as Prakshiptam or not, what is important. When I say scholar, again there are two types of scholars. Academicians who work on the linguistic aspect, the language aspect and all. See, what they are doing is, in their domain of expertise, they compare the slokas of Yuddha Kanda with Uttara Kanda and see that, oh, this is different, so that means this must not be written by Valmiki. So that is what is their interpretation. But I will counter that argument in this way. There is a slokam in Ramayana 77th Sarga of Balakanda. Manasvi tadgatastasya nityam hridi samarpitaha. This is one way of sloka. In the same Sarga, the last sloka is in a different way only. Tayasa rajasya suto viramaya same ivanuttama raja kanyaya ativa ramasu subeti kamaya vibhusriya vishnuriva amareswaraha. You cannot chant it the same way you have chanted. So there is a difference in this also. In the same Sarga of Balakanda, you have difference, right? So just because two kandas are appearing different, you can't say that Valmiki has not written it. It may be possible, it might not be possible. Second one, the great poets like Kalidasa you take, Bhavabhuti you take, Trimatacharyas, Advaitacharyas, Dvaitacharyas, Visishtadvaitacharyas, and the subsequent different branches that came out from these Trimatacharyas also, all of them accepted Uttarakanda as part of Ramayana only. Now in this Kali Yuga, with so much of compulsions around me, I don't have time to research on whether Uttarakanda is part of Valmiki Ramayana or not. I go by a tradition. Okay, all the people have accepted it. I will also accept it. My question is, you are going outside. You have seen your baby, falling down and bleeding profusely, heavily. There is a bike. And you are passionate about Royal Enfield bike. Now if your baby is bleeding profusely, will you say that I will not take that bike because it is not Royal Enfield?
Right.
Or will you take it and go to the hospital? What is your job?
Hospital ले जाना है.
ले जाना है.
Important.
So if you tell that because it is Royal Enfield I will not accept it, will it solve your purpose? Uttarakanda is part of Valmiki Ramayana, let us say. You understand the context in which it has happened and why it has happened. Answers are there in this. You are referring to Sita Parityaga. There are questions about Sita Agni Pravesa. See, there are two types again here, Agni Pravesa and Agni Pariksha. What happened there? Agni Pravesa happened, Agni Pariksha did not happen. So the killing of Vali, Rama lying to Sumantra, there are controversial topics. Now if you want to just talk about those controversial topics, it's okay, you talk, you will be talking for a lifetime. But if you want to know solutions, you have to go to the source. Where is the source of all these questions? Valmiki Ramayana. Where will you find the solution? Valmiki Ramayana. You find the source of these questions from Valmiki Ramayana and you go and read a Ramayana which a communist fellow has written, or the person who doesn't even care for these people have, Ramayana, then how valid is it? When you believe that Ramayana has happened, what is the source of your belief? Valmiki Ramayana. Where should you search for the answer? In Valmiki Ramayana. If you say that I will read Valmiki Ramayana for questions and I will read XYZ Ramayana where there is no authenticity and authority that is present there and I will find answers there, it is just that you are foolish. If you want to expose your foolishness, you behave like this. If you want answers and spread awareness among people, of course there are answers in Valmiki Ramayana. You go there, learn them, understand them. Every word has a significance, every letter has a significance. All your doubts will be shattered to the best of your clarity. So read that.
तो आपने कहा श्रीराम जी कि जो भी चीज़ है उसके आंसर्स हमें वाल्मीकि रामायण से मिल जाते हैं. तो एक क्वेश्चन ये है कि आज की डेट में ज़्यादातर लोग ये मानते हैं कि रावण वाज अ ब्राह्मण, लेकिन ब्राह्मण एज ए कास्ट या एज ए पहचान भी, आइडेंटिटी भी, रावण के लिए वाल्मीकि रामायण में एक बार भी वर्ड यूज़ नहीं किया गया ही वाज अ ब्राह्मण. उसे राक्षस अधिपति कहा गया, राक्षसेंद्र कहा गया, राक्षस जाति का कहा गया. ये फिर क्यों कहा गया? क्या रावण ब्राह्मण था और क्या ब्रह्मा के कुल से था? ऐसा कन्फ्यूज़न है क्या कुछ? क्योंकि वो ब्रह्मा के कुल से तो जो है देवता भी हैं, दानव भी हैं, दैत्य भी हैं, वो भी कश्यप की संतान है जो ब्रह्मा के ग्रैंडसन है, और ये भी रावण भी जो ब्रह्मा के ग्रेट ग्रैंडसन है. तो देवताओं को तो हम ब्राह्मण नहीं मानते हैं, दैत्यों को भी ब्राह्मण नहीं मानते हैं, राक्षसों को भी ब्राह्मण नहीं मानते हैं, ब्रह्मा के कुल से मानते हैं. तो रावण को ब्राह्मण क्यों माना जाने लगा और ये क्या कॉन्स्पिरेसी है कि जो अंग्रेजों ने की थी, रॉबर्ट कॉर्डवेल वगैरह ने, कि नॉर्थ को साउथ से लड़ाओ, ब्राह्मण को शूद्र से लड़ाओ, ब्राह्मण को क्षत्रिय से लड़ाओ, नॉर्थ ईस्ट को वेस्ट से लड़ाओ, क्या इनका कुछ आपको पार्ट नज़र आता है? आप क्या सोचते हैं इसके बारे में?
Yeah, see, there is definitely a conspiracy behind these elements. That's a definite topic of discussion. It becomes a huge, a 3 days conference we can do, whatever it is. But even there are people who consider Narakasur as Shudra of today.
Okay.
And then they claim that it is atrocities of Aryan invention that to kill Narakasura, Mahishasura, and then Ravanasura. This is definitely conspiracy of some people who cannot understand the culture of the Vedic system. As you rightly pointed out, there are different jatis, when we can say communities, which came from Brahma. From Brahma came Manu. From Manu, we have lot of communities in the form of animals, birds, trees. In the form of living beings, we have not just Danavas, Daityas, we have Ekshas, Kinnaras, Kimpurushas, Nagas, Manushas, Vanaras. So many people are there. Among them, we have Rakshasas also. Ravana belonged to the community of Rakshasas. Kubera belonged to the community of Ekshas. Okay. Rama belonged to the community of humans. Right? And there is a character called Surasa in Ramayana. She belongs to the category of community of Nagas. Indra belonged to the community of Devas. So these are all the different, see, as we have people coming from Andhra Pradesh, Delhi, Rajasthan, everybody have their own style of living, and everybody have their own strengths and weaknesses, all these things. Similarly, all these people, because of their origin, because of their strengths, whatever it is, maybe we can call it because of the past karma, they took birth in different communities, and they are performing their lives. So per se, Ravana belonged to the community of Rakshasas. Now comes the question, why is he considered Brahma? See, if the definition of belonging to the lineage of Brahma itself is Brahmin, then all of us are Brahmins, because all of us are descendants of Brahma directly or indirectly. So that way Ravana is Brahmin, so then I am also a Brahmin. The person who claims to be a Shudra, Vaishya, Kshatriya of today, they are also Brahmins only. Correct? So don't try to force fit the definition of your Brahmin now into the Brahmin of that Varna system. So the definitions are different. You might have a different definition of Brahmin, and the definition of Vedic system of Brahmin is totally different. Now we have restricted the word Brahmin to a community,
a
caste. But was it the same way it was seen in the Vedic system, the Vedic days also, or the days of Treta Yuga also? No. So why do you want to force fit? The problem here is to destroy our culture, to destroy the cultural identity, to destroy our civilizational strength and identity. People have used the same words to create rift among us. Same words which are having broader meaning, broader interpretation, contextual meanings were ignored, taken, and then they are used to create rift among us. So the Brahmin of that day is not the Brahmin of today. So if you can't understand that, then there is a problem in your understanding. It is not the problem of the Vedic system or Ramayana. Okay. Second, Ravana is not a Brahmin, but he is considered as Ravana Brahma. Why is he considered as Ravana Brahma? Brahma means somebody who is knowledgeable, according to one definition. So Ravana has done huge tapas and acquired wide amount of knowledge, vast amount of knowledge. So that way he is considered Ravana Brahma. But did he live up to the name?
No.
When you acquire so much of knowledge, when you acquire so much of wealth, you have to reinvest in the prosperity of the society. Then only the value of your wealth or knowledge makes sense. Ravana, whatever knowledge he has acquired, the power that he has acquired because of his knowledge, he has used it to destroy the universe. Tell me one single person on this entire universe who got benefited out of Ravana's tapas or his knowledge or his powers, including himself.
No one.
He has destroyed his wives, he has destroyed his children, he has destroyed his brothers, he has destroyed his loyal ministers, he has destroyed his entire army, the entire treasure of Lanka was gone. He has troubled, tortured the rishis, devatas, yakshas, kinnaras, kimpurushas, nagas, everybody. And finally, what is the fate that he has met? He was just lying down there, nobody attending. Even Vibhishana said, I don't even care for him because he has done adharma and he has troubled you. Then Rama had to convince Vibhishana saying, Maranantani Vairani, the enmity has gone with death. So go and perform the final rites. This is the life that he has lived. If somebody wanted to take this as a role model, we will not stop. See, that's their choice. But what we should say is, your choices will decide your consequences also. You want to live the life of Ravana, definitely be prepared for the consequences of like Ravana. If you want to live like Ravana and wanted the benefits like Rama, not possible.
Perfect.
Right? So that way also Ravana is not considered Brahma. Another definition of Brahman is, there is something called Brahma Tattva. What is that Brahma Tattva? Brihati Brahmayati. That which is expanding, and when you surrender to it, it will expand you also in all the dimensions. So the person who is involved in pursuit of that Brahma Tattva is called Brahman. Is Ravana by that standard a Brahmin? Was he involved in that pursuit? He was always running behind pleasures and especially women and luxuries. Wherever there is a good thing, he grabbed it. Yes or no? So he was never in pursuit of all. He was very minimally involved in that pursuit. Whatever pursuit of his tapas was there, he always gained some material benefit. Okay, I should get the immunity of death, I should get Lanka, I should get Pushpaka Vimana, I should get this Ayudha, he always used it some for material possession, but he never used it for a greater purpose or spiritual empowerment. So by all these standards, he is not fitting there. But I don't know why somebody wanted to give him a I don't know if will there be any reservation given to Ravana by calling him as a Brahmin? I don't think Ravana will also want, he doesn't like reservations, I guess. No. So let's not force fit him and do that.
अब रामलला आ गए हैं अयोध्या में. रामलला विराजमान हो गए हैं. 500 साल 500 years लगे हमें रामलला को विराजित करने में. लोग कह रहे हैं कि अब राम राज्य आने वाला है, देश हिंदू राष्ट्र बनेगा. तो हिंदू राष्ट्र अगर भारत बनेगा, अगर बनेगा भी तो क्या वो टेम्पल इकोनॉमी के थ्रू बनेगा या राम राज्य के वैल्यूज़ के थ्रू बनेगा? तो आपको लगता है हिंदू राष्ट्र बनेगा, और बनेगा तो कैसा होना चाहिए हमारा हिंदू राष्ट्र?
Yeah, so there are again two parts to your question. One is the temple economy because of the Ram's temple, or for that matter any temple that are being built now. Okay, lot of temples are being built. One is about temple economy, second is about Ram Rajya or the Hindu Rashtra. So let us take two different questions and let's try to mix it at the end. Temple economy. See, temple according to the current understanding is just a structure where there is a stone in the form of a god where people go and vomit their problems and get a tablet and come back. This is not temple for us. Temple is the source of inspiration, how you connect with God. Temple is the source of inspiration for education. Temple is the source of inspiration for service. Temple is our cultural identity. Temple is our social empowerment. Lot of people from different communities, again I am telling you, it is not caste, it is community. Lot of people from different communities based on their eligibility you call, based on their capability you call, whatever it is, they depended on the temple system and then they survived. And temple is our cultural identity. When you see the temple, you must have seen some good channels now which are taking videos on temples like Praveen Mohan.
Praveen Mohan is
They are doing he's doing a great service.
Great service.
You see the temple structures, it is giving you what kind of science and technology existed at that point in time. It might be difficult for us to digest. It might be very difficult to digest because we are driven by our egos. Because the current people who are in the scientist positions and all, they might be very overpowered by their pedigrees, and they don't want to be seen down. That's why they might debate with us. But whether we accept or not, there was Pushpaka Vimana in Ramayana. Whether it was the same flight as we have seen today, it is debatable, because I cannot prove and they can also not prove. When I say Pushpaka Vimana is there, I cannot prove it. When they say Pushpaka Vimana is not there, they also cannot prove it. But I am in an advantageous side. Why? Because I have a scriptural backing which talks about Pushpaka Vimana.
कल्पना में था तो कुछ तो होगा. Exactly.
Whatever it is, fine. And it seems that there is something called Bharadwaja Samhita, which is written only for aeroplanes.
Viman Shastra.
And those are all eco-friendly fuels, not like the fuels that we pollute the environment. Anyway, keeping that aside, temple is the source of our history also. Why did the invaders who came have destroyed the temples first? Why not your home? Temple is the source of our strength.
Knowledge.
In all dimensions, knowledge, spirituality, education, service, social empowerment, communal harmony, all these are driven by temple. When that central pillar or the central structure of all these things is destroyed, everything got shattered. Right? Invaders were not, whether you call the Islam invaders or the foreign invaders, the European invaders, they are not so dumb that they have Islam invaders have destroyed our temples by knowing this. Foreign invaders have plundered our wealth and butchered our scholars.
And changed our scriptures.
One has spoiled the source of our scriptures, the other has spoiled the scriptures itself. So it is a very planned attack on you, on me and all of us. So we have to understand this temple is the source of inspiration. It is not just a structure where somebody called God is present. So come out of that cocoon. Ram Mandir is being built. It means it is not just Ram Mandir that is being built. You are creating your own history which was destroyed. There are something called tangible benefits, intangible benefits. The structure which is appearing in front of you is a tangible achievement which you are seeing. But intangibly, you are creating your own cultural identity. Right? And this is what happened in the past. They have destroyed our cultural identity by destroying these temples. Now comes the point of temple economy. Now around the temple, forget about the temple. See, I have a puja room in my home. All of us have. Right? To offer some flowers to the Lord. Where are we procuring flowers from? Are we procuring flowers from a Hindu only?
No.
Are we procuring agarbatti from a Christian only? Are we procuring the milk that we offer as prasadam from this? Now Big Basket is doing everything. Behind Big Basket, who are there, do you know? Example. In your small home, which requires one packet of milk and one packet of agarbattis, hardly 2 agarbattis every day, and maybe 50 grams or 100 grams of flowers every day, you are supporting the economy of some people who are dependent on these businesses, right? For you it might be puja, for them it is a business, correct or not? If one home is contributing to this economy like this, in the spiritual dimension, don't you think a temple in the magnitude of Ram temple in Ayodhya or Tirupati Balaji temple or Varanasi temple or whichever temple you talk about, don't you think there are a lot of people from different segments of economy are dependent on that? If your argument is building a temple is not so useful, build a hospital or service center, the question is, who are you to tell me I have earned 1000 rupees. If I am spending it to buy a pizza, example, I am telling a bad example, what right you have to come and tell me, have you contributed to my money? Are you concerned about my health? Are you concerned about my family? No way you are concerned. Without any reason, without any backing, you are passing comments.
Yes.
My point is, Ayodhya Ram Mandir is built with the money of people who have voluntarily contributed. Let them decide how their money should be spent. Why are you crying? If you really want a service to be built, you start an initiative in this magnitude, definitely people will come and support you. You built a huge hospital and do service, but don't build hospitals in the name of service and convert people into another religions. Okay, your service definition might be take the disadvantaged or ignored sections of people from one community and in the name of service convert them to other community. Then that is not service, that is disservice. Correct? Service includes selflessness, but if your motive is selfishness, then it is definitely disservice to the service which you claim to be. So because you are jealous, because you can't prove or disprove certain things, and because certain things are happening against your will, there is no point crying. So don't cry. So temple economy is a well established fact right from centuries, and lot of people from different religions, different castes, different varnas, different jatis, whatever you name it, are dependent on it. Okay. Next comes the question of
Hindu Rashtra.
Hindu Rashtra. See, I don't know about this Hindu Rashtra as such, the definition, because I am not a widely read scholar in that dimension. But I understand the concept of Ramarajya. Okay. What is Ramarajya? Ramarajya doesn't mean that all of us should have the crown as Rama and carry arrow and bow and start roaming in this. This is not Ramarajya. Ramarajya means living by the principles of Rama. What are the principles of Rama? Your father yesterday told that I will give you kingdom, accepted it with humility. The next day he said, no, you have to go to forest. In fact, he did not say, but Kaika, his mother said that. Whether father gives you property or responsibility, you should be equanimous. You should be in a balanced state to take the both. Right?
Right.
There are your responsibilities at 5 levels of your existence. Every person exists at 5 levels. At a soul, at my level, at my family level, at my community level, at an environmental level, and at a spiritual level. So we have responsibilities at these 5 levels. So I have to take care of myself, I have to take care of my family, I have to take care of my street, my community, my Rashtra, my Desa. At the same time, I have to take care of my environment also. And for all these 4 of things, there is the central point which is called Bhagavan. You have to take care of him also. Bhagavan taking care of us is his responsibility. You taking care of Bhagavan is your responsibility. Hanuman did not ask anything to Rama. Sita did not ask anything to Rama. Vishwamitra did not ask anything to Rama. Lakshmana did not ask anything to Rama. All of them wanted to contribute back to Rama. True divinity is in serving the person. If you say, I love you, it doesn't mean I have to take from you. It means that I have to serve you in all possible ways, all times, all situations. This is true love of God. Rama has displayed his responsibilities, enacted his responsibilities in all these 5 dimensions perfectly. So all of us should be motivated by that and live by that principles. Then it becomes Ramarajya. Ramarajya doesn't mean that we have to start killing somebody or we have to start fighting with somebody. Automatically these people will vanish the moment you start living by these principles. The major problem in the current society is everybody wanted to talk but doesn't want to act. For that, Krishna has told one beautiful sloka in Bhagavad Gita, 2nd chapter. क्लैब्यम मास्मगमः पार्थ नैतत्वयुपपद्यते क्षुद्रं हृदय दौर्बल्यं त्यक्त्वा उत्तिष्ठ परन्तप. Clybium, klibata means
कायर,
yes, you are like behaving like you are totally behaving like a confused person. Shed it off, take a decision, act. You have to wake up now. Uttishta parantapa, there is huge energy in you, bank upon that and start doing. Rest I will take care. This is the message that we have to send. Karma sannyasa doesn't mean leaving the karma. Karma sannyasa means leaving our attachment to the phala of karma. When you leave the, what is this? This is a management principle. You take, you see Mahendra Singh Dhoni, you see the cricketers or any sports person. If the scoreboard is ticking, you have to achieve 10 runs per over. If every ball the sports person sees the scoreboard, he will get tensed. He cannot perform. He cannot play the game according to the merit of the ball, right? But if he plays according to the merit of the ball and establish himself, he will definitely contribute for the team's growth. This is called kalma phala tyaga, right? Phala is winning the match, but at that point you are leaving the phala and focusing on the karma. This is Ramarajya. For me, this is how this is what Ramayana is teaching us. Ramayana is not teaching us complex principles. Ramayana says care for others. Ramayana says be grateful. Have the exercise the element of patience. Kshama. Bharata, you take what kind of patience and tolerance he has displayed. He is one of the great devotees. The Vedanta Desikar, the great devotee who belongs to Vaishnava Parampara, Vaishnava Sampradaya, he says that among all the devotees, first I offer my namaskarams to Bharata. Because he is the epitome of bhakti. How many criticisms? Guha has criticized him, Kausalya has criticized him, Bharadvaja Maharshi has criticized, the ministers of Ayodhya have criticized, everybody have. Did he speak any single word against them? He just lived by an example. Correct? Rama Pattabhishek, a lot of people say Vasishtha Maharshi is very incapable of deciding the Muhurtam, because the Muhurtam which he has kept from Rama Pattabhishekam did not work out well. It is not that. The way to look at it is, Vasishtha Maharshi kept for Rama Pattabhishekam, but that Muhurtam has turned out for the Pattabhishekam of his Padukas. This is the power of Vasishtha, the sage, the seed that we talk about. So, there is a way to look at these scriptures and interpret and understand. Unless you understand them in the right perspective, again as I told you the bike example, if you are so rigid, see, one way you say not to be rigid. You have to be rigid, accommodative of all the principles. In the other way you said you are rigid towards the scriptures of the Vedic Sampradaya. So you are being a hypocrite. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए ना?
बिल्कुल नहीं.
So you have to be open-minded in both ways. So if you are open for that, you be open for this. If you are not open for this, be not open for that also. That is the right way. But don't be a hypocrite, because you are inclined towards certain things. And don't do this kind of teachings and confuse people, because you will go from today, but you are unfortunately landing them in some problem where they will not come back. If a child reads the philosophy of a hypocritical person, the entire life of the child is spoiled. So don't spoil that. So be responsible, act responsible. That's what is the message from Ramayana. Yeah.
आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद श्रीरामा जी, हमारे द कर्मा से जुड़ने के लिए, हमारे कर्मा चैनल पे ये हमारी बातचीत को इतने अच्छे से पूरा करने के लिए। और मैं सभी दर्शकों से ये निवेदन करूँगा, उनसे रिक्वेस्ट करूँगा कि इस वीडियो को ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग शेयर करें, सब्सक्राइब करें, अपने परिवार के लोगों को दिखाएं। वाल्मीकि रामायण और रामायण से जुड़े जो भी शिक्षाएं हैं वो अपने बच्चों को बताने के लिए ये वीडियो ज़रूर देखें, और तवास्मी बुक अपने घर में ज़रूर लाएं, और साथ ही साथ मनस्वी को भी ज़रूर अपने घर में लाएं। ये आपको अमेजन पे भी अवेलेबल है और भी फ्लिपकार्ट पे भी अवेलेबल है।
नहीं, they can contact us direct, they can visit thavaasmi.com website।
आप thavaasmi.com वेबसाइट पे भी विज़िट कर सकते हैं और इस बुक को ले सकते हैं। ये आपके बच्चों के लिए बहुत ज़रूरी है। आज के दौर में हमें अपने बच्चों को संस्कारित करने की बहुत ज़रूरत होती है। तो हम फिर मिलेंगे, उम्मीद करते हैं श्री राम जी फिर दोबारा हमारे साथ जुड़े। ये तभी पॉसिबल है जब आप ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग इसे शेयर करें, सब्सक्राइब करें, लाइक करें। आप सभी का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। प्रणाम।
Thank you so much, and thank you everyone to bear with me, and anything that I have spoken nice, it is Acharya's grace and the Rama's intervention. If I have spoken anything which is wrong, kindly with magnanimity pardon me, and definitely share your feedback. We will try to correct it. Jai Shri Ram.
जय श्री राम।